Well, hello there. It's been a while, but hi guys. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Haley. I make content all about life with mitochondrial disease and my other chronic illnesses. And like I said, it's been a good minute since I last been on here. I've been posting short form content on Instagram and like across social media. So I've also posted some YouTube shorts as well, but I am back with another long form video and it feels so good to be back. Sorry that it's been so long since I've last chatted with you guys on here, but today there's a reason I'm sitting in front of my closet, and it is because I need to clean and reorganize and go through all of my medical supply drawers. Yeah, it's been a long time. I guarantee there's stuff that's expired. I guarantee there's stuff that needs to just be given away because I don't even use it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But I thought that while I was doing that, I would chat with you guys. Alright, so I know for sure that I am keeping the top couple of drawers the same. I will link in the description box my official medical supply drawer tour. I'm sure things have changed since I last did it a couple years ago, but I'm keeping the top couple the same. So the top has my dressings, alcohol wipes, claves, alcohol caps, Silvasorb, that sort of thing. And then this one right here has all of my filtered tubing for my TPN, and then betadine for my dressing changes. And then this one maybe I'll change up. It has my TPN needles, but also dressing change kits. Down here I have a drawer dedicated to saline flushes and one dedicated to heparin. Definitely keeping those in those spots. There's a drawer that's second to the bottom, and that drawer scares me because that is where I just kind of always store random extra medical supplies or wrong medical supplies I'm sent by my home health company. So it's like my medical supply junk drawer, if you will, and I'm nervous. That's the one I'm nervous about because I don't know what I'm going to find in there, but that's kind of my plan. And then I definitely need to redo all of these labels. All of the labels are crusty, they're faded, and I need to clean the outside of these drawers as well as the inside. So it's a full deep clean reorganization. But since the last time I talked to you guys, I turned 25. That's crazy. Crazy that I'm 25. I feel both younger and way older than that, just because of life. But I'm so thankful that I am 25, that, I achieved this milestone in my life. Achieved, I don't think that's the right word, but that it's such a milestone birthday, and especially so for me with all of my health issues and mito, so that was really special. And yeah, it was a really nice, chill, laid back birthday, so that was really great. Okay, going through this drawer, I have all of these sterile drapes, and there's way more on my bed that have all expired in 2022 and 2023, and I don't know why I've kept them. We don't use these because the dressing change kits I use, that's more than enough room for sterile fields when my dressing is changed. So I don't know why I've kept these, and they're all expired. So yeah, so I don't know what to do. If I just toss them out, I guess I just toss them out. That's the thing about medical supplies, is it's a very wasteful lifestyle. Even if you use them, they're all single use, so they all go into the trash. So that is a legitimate bummer. And then okay, so I've started weaning down my TPN, I think back in, was it December? November? One of those. And I weaned down from 7 days of TPN down to 5 days of TPN. And I've been kind of in a plateau, kind of stagnant there for the past few months. But next week I'm going to be reducing another day to see how I do, which is exciting but also nerve-wracking. And I've been working really hard to get to this point and to make weaning off of TPN sustainable. So it's taking a much longer time than I thought it would. I don't remember how much I've shared about the weaning journey. So yeah, so we'll see how I do next week. I'm interested to see how I do, and all I can do is try. In saying that, a year ago, I stopped doing lipids completely, and I've been great since then, which is such a huge, huge thing. So I used to need these triple extensions for lipids, TPN, and fluids, but I use a double Y now. So I don't need these, and I have a lot of these. But I think I'm actually going to keep these just in case, because if my nursing company is ever out of, here I'll get them, these ones where it's just 2, like I can use this as a backup. So I think I'm gonna still keep these just to have on hand, because you never know. And they are good until 2028. Okay, so honestly this drawer isn't as bad as I thought it would be. There's actually a lot less than I thought there would be in here. It's just kind of a free-for-all. There's a lot of just like random things of gauze, like free-floating alcohol wipes, and syringes and needles, so there's that. Okay, I'm so curious how everyone else kind of stores their medical supplies. I've seen it to where people like have a specific closet for their medical supplies, and so I'm always interested to see. I'm always curious. See, more triples, although I do need to like double check the expiration dates. But anyway, so that's kind of the update with TPN, and in terms of like other things with my health, everything has been pretty good recently, which I'm thankful for. I am so thankful for that. I am a little bit anemic and trending more in that direction. So next week I have an appointment with my hematologist, who I haven't seen in a few years, and I suspect he's gonna want me to do some iron infusions again, which I haven't had an iron infusion since 2023, so I think that's actually pretty good. Like, it lasted me 3 years, and iron supplements are not it for me. That was like the worst experience I've ever had. But I'm going to continue cleaning, and I'll show you guys the progress I made. Okay, I finally finished going through all of my medical supply drawers, and yes, it's a different day because after I finished the last clip, I had to just lock in and finish going through my medical supply drawers, and by the end of that, I was like over it all. So yeah, that's why it's a different day now. But if you thought I went through all of my medical supplies, you would be wrong. Yes, I went through all of my drawers, but I did not go through this bin full of overflow medical supplies. And I do love this bin because it's sparkly and it has that fun sequence thing. But honestly, and ideally, I would like to fit all of the extra supplies that are in here in my medical supply drawers. That would be really nice. So I can get rid of this and have more space for other things in my closet, because I'm trying to make my closet more functional and organized. So we're gonna see what treasures we find that I need to put on my glasses so I can see. But since the last clip, I think I mentioned that and I'm gonna chat some more while I'm going through this bin. First we have a travel sharps container, which is just like an extra one. So honestly, I don't know where this would even go. And I have like bags like this full of supplies, which some of them are from like trips or something. And then other times I will like put some stuff in a baggie to what I call Haley-proof medical supplies, because I have been known on more than one occasion to think I have enough supplies, and then when it comes down to it, I don't, and I run out, and it's never a good situation. So I always like put some things in other places just in case, especially alcohol wipes and saline and heparin. I just call it Haley proofing, but I don't need all this up in separate baggies, because then I forget about it and then things expire and they're up in my closet and I don't take it down all the time. So we'll see what we find. Okay, I am so sorry if the lighting keeps changing throughout this video. The sun keeps going in and out of the clouds. It's actually kind of driving me crazy, so I sincerely apologize. I keep having to change the settings. But I just found all of these dressing change kits, so that's good. I did know I had them, I just didn't realize I had 5 of them, which is actually really good to know. But since the last time I talked to you guys in the last clip, I had an appointment with my hematologist, because I mentioned to you guys, also I'm having a hard time speaking today, so please ignore that. But I had an appointment with my hematologist, and I'm getting an iron infusion very soon, which is good. So hopefully that will really help my anemia, and I'm really hoping that like I only need the 1 iron infusion and I won't need any more, because it's a 3.5-hour infusion and I have to go into my nursing company's infusion center to do it, because they won't allow iron infusions to be done at home. So that's gotten all squared away, so that will be good, because I have been bruising really easily, and I've been told by my hematologist and my other doctor that like when you're anemic you don't necessarily start bruising easily, even though that's always been my experience. So I've just been told it's unique to me, but let me know if you've been anemic. Do you also start bruising easily when you're anemic? Because I could be misunderstanding my doctors, but for me, I bruise easily. Like when I really need an iron infusion, like I have bruises all over my legs right now because I'm just naturally clumsy and they show up. So looking forward to getting to a point where bruising like that doesn't happen. Okay. I always feel like the supplies that I get an overflow full of, for the most part, is gauze. Because I have this bag of gauze and then this whole box of sterile gauze. And then I do have, it looks like, an extra box of betadine swab sticks because I'm allergic to Chloroprep. Hopefully these are the good kind because honestly sometimes I get boxes and they're so dry and they're kind of duds. So hopefully these ones are good. And then the rest, it looks like, is all just tubing because we'll get like an influx of that as well. I thought it was going to be much more of a hot mess of a bin, but it's actually very organized. I'm pleasantly surprised. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. Okay, so last month in March, wait, 2 months ago, it's now May. What is time? Time is so weird right now. But in March, I like completely forgot about it, and then I realized March was my 10-year YouTube anniversary. Like, I've been posting to YouTube in some way, shape, or form for the past 10 years, which is crazy. I think when I first started my YouTube channel, it was right after my 15th birthday, and I was just in the middle of going through a lot of health things that ended up like almost leading to me not being here anymore. And so it's just so crazy to think of like how much I've gone through in the past 10 years and how much I've shared it with you guys and just how many of you I've been able to interact with over the years. I think that is honestly my favorite part, is being able to interact with all of you on here on YouTube, on Instagram. There is just something about having community, even if it's online, that's really special, and I'm so grateful. And I wanted to bring it up because YouTube has been such a big part of my life, and even though I may not be the most consistent with it, or you know, I can always be doing more, I do treasure like every part of it because it has been the best experience. I honestly am so lucky that like I've gotten some hate comments over the years, but not really anything crazy, and I'm so lucky for that. And just everyone who I've ever really interacted with on here for the most part has just been so kind, and yeah, so I just wanted to mention that and say thank you for being a part of this small little community online, and thank you for following along, whether you've been following along since the very beginning or you're brand new. I appreciate each and every one of you watching my videos, commenting. It really means a lot, especially with me not being consistent, and you guys still reach out, you guys still watch my videos every time I post. Like, that means so much, and I'm just so grateful to have this community, like I said. And so I'm going to finish off going through the rest of these supplies and put them in the drawers, and then I will show you guys the finished product of all of the organization. Alright, gonna do super quick overview of my drawers. Up top, it's all looking so nice and organized. That's where I put all my used batteries in, and then we dump it in the garage and then take it to a recycling place when they have it. And then, of course, have my top drawer here. Nothing's really changed. Same with this drawer. This drawer did change. Now all the syringes are together, the needles, got some extra alcohol caps and wipes. And here it's also the same. And then this is, it looks like a mess, but believe me, it's organized. All of these slip every time I open and close this drawer, but it's gauze and like my doubles and then sterile gloves. And we have a little front there. And then down in saline, I have my extra filter tubing that was in the sequin box in my closet. And then in heparin, that's where I'm storing my dressing change kits as well. And then here's the junk drawer, which is actually pretty organized. It just has extra claves, alcohol wipes, and then my waterproof dressing and some more wipes and some extra like plastic bags. Redid the labels. They're nice and clean. The drawers are nice and clean. Everything's much more organized, and I feel so much better having it organized. Of course, I still have this gauze overflow, but we'll just ignore that. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.